Good afternoon, guys. Good morning, good evening, good night, or whatever. Okay, in this session, it's going to be another reading session, and we're going to talk about technology, and also more specifically about Japanese technological companies, because for many years they were the leaders. Japan was like the technical center of the world and things. Now we're going to read an article which suggests that why, for example, Japanese people are not using Japanese products as much. Yeah, they're using iPhones and things like that. Yes, we're going to talk about this article. I'll send you the link, and it's entitled "What Happened to Japan's Electronic Giants." Yeah, so we'll talk about this and see if actually it's true, or actually we still like Japanese products. Yeah, if they still have a place on the shelves and stuff. Okay, so because I would say they're still popular. Yeah, so if you buy a TV, it'll be usually Japanese. But okay, we're going to discuss this. We're going to read this and see what happens. Okay. Emad is here. Hi, Emad. Anyone else? Is anyone else here? I wonder. Okay, we'll wait. In the meantime, I've put the article onto the Verblink chat, so you can open this and have a look. You can get an idea before you join the class. Peter likes Japanese products. I do as well. Yeah, so I think so. They're okay. But let's talk about this in more detail. Marina is here as well, and Tanya is here. Hopefully, you can all join. We already have some people in the chat. So who do we have? We have, one second. We have Yosra. Hello, Yosra.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Nice to meet you.
Me too.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay, this is my first time, right? And
I first time on Verblink?
No. First time to attend your class.
Perfect, cool. Okay, so welcome. Okay, so in this session, it's going to be reading, yeah? So I don't know if you followed the last session.
No, I didn't.
Okay, in my classes, we usually talk about some kind of controversial topic to get some debate, yeah? So hopefully that's okay for you. 1 second, I've got something in my throat. Something in my throat. We also have Marina. How are you, Marina?
Hello.
Nice to speak with you again.
Well, thank you. Well, and you?
I'm good, thank you. Nice to speak with you again. You are from Italy, yes?
Yes,
Cool.
I am from Italy.
Cool. And Yusra, sorry, where are you from again?
From Egypt.
From Egypt, great. Nice to meet you. Ladna, sorry guys, I've got something in my throat. Ladna, can you hear?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, good to speak with you again. Have we spoken before, actually? I recognize your name.
No, actually, it's the first time.
In that case, welcome, yeah? Welcome.
Thank you.
Cool. And where are you from, Ladna?
I'm from Poland.
Cool, welcome. Which part?
Krakow. Do you know the city?
Yeah, this is one of the most famous ones, I think, in Poland, right?
I would say after the capital city, I think it's one of the most famous city. Because actually, Krakow used to be a capital, but in the past.
Okay, so it's like the old capital and stuff. Guys, I think I would cough a lot in this session. I've just realised I've got what we say a frog in my throat, yeah? So I can't get rid of it. It's not so comfortable. Hopefully it doesn't affect my my speaking. We have Igor back. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. How about you?
Not too bad. Okay, what did you do in the break since we last spoke?
I take a rest. I took a rest.
Yep, you took a rest. You took a break, yeah?
Yes.
Cool. Guys, I've got a really bad frog in my throat. I don't know what's happened, yeah? It's just suddenly it's really tickly. I'll take some water and I'll come back.
Drink water.
Oh, God, that's embarrassing. Okay, I think that's okay now. Emad, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear clearly. Can you hear me?
Yep, good to speak with you again. We spoke yesterday, I think.
Yeah, it's my brother.
Cool. Okay, and you are from Egypt, yeah? So also living in Egypt. Yusra, what's your city?
Cairo.
What's your city, Imad?
It's also Cairo.
South
Yeah.
of Cairo, yes? You're quite close. That's cool. And Abdul needs no introduction.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. Those who don't know Abdul, just give up. Yes. Okay. In that case, we're going to make a start. I sent you all the article. Did you all manage to see it? So, Peter, I forgot to say hi to you in this session.
Hello. Long time no see.
Long time no see too. Yes. So, yeah. How are you diddly doing?
I'm doing fine. Yes. I was able to drink a sip of black tea.
Nice. Yeah. So
That is all I managed in between the classes.
no toilet break. No time for toilet break or anything. Yes.
No. Well. We don't have the time on Verbling for toilet break. You should really introduce that. At least 5 minutes in between classes.
It's a panicky thing, yes? So the countdown, you're thinking, 10 seconds, quick, yes? So, I don't know, yeah? Give a heart attack. But I think it works. I think it's okay, but yeah. Okay, so, anyone else? Mimo has joined us again. Can you hear us?
Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, now it's really good. So the sound is really good now, yes? I don't know what's happened.
Okay.
But we can hear you very, very clearly. Okay, so I've sent you all an article. Did you manage to open it?
Yes.
The public chat.
The process of doing it.
I'll put it in Google Chat as well for those who didn't see this. Okay, so we're going to talk about Japanese products. Peter already commented and said he likes Japanese products. Tell us your story.
Well, all my camera stuff is from Canon. To name a brand name.
Great.
Even my printer is from Canon. The only thing is nowadays Japanese products are not actually made in Japan anymore. They usually come from China, from Thailand, from don't know where.
Okay, yes, not made in Japan. So is there anything like a Japanese product anymore, I wonder, yes? So, Yusra, do you use Japanese products?
Yes, I do, but the same issue, I think they are not made in Japan anymore because the cost of the manufacturing the items, it's very high in Japan, so it's made in somewhere else.
Yeah, like the salaries I think are high in Japan, yeah, and the land is expensive, yeah, so it's basically expensive to produce things. Peter, yeah, we're going to talk comparing it with Germany because Germany also is like produces products like this, yeah, so or cars and things like that, yeah. So we'll talk about that as well. Mimo, do you use any Japanese products?
Yes, I do.
And do you like them? Are they popular in your country, or would you say it's something like what the article is saying? Yeah. So are Japanese products losing their fashion?
I think Japanese products are very popular here in Algeria, but they are a bit expensive.
Okay, yes, to the cost, yeah, they're quite expensive. Peter, would you say compared, those who've just answered, compared with other brands, would you say Japanese brands are more expensive?
No, not really. If I compare them to, well, we don't really have any, when it comes to cameras, for example, we don't actually have any other brands from other countries. It's all Japanese, more or less.
Each brand has the niche and stuff.
And, well, it can't be that much more expensive because otherwise they won't be able to compete. I think Sony a couple of years had a big problem because Sony products were very popular but also very expensive compared to other products.
Yeah. And people don't value maybe the brand so much, yeah, when you buy this kind of thing. I'm not sure. We'll talk about this. Rod, okay, you've joined us. How are you, Rod?
I'm good. Thank you.
Cool. Nice to speak with you again. We spoke maybe a week ago or so, yeah, I think. Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so where are you from again? I can't remember. I forgot.
I'm from Peru.
Sorry?
Peru.
Where? Sorry.
Peru.
Yeah, okay, I remember. I was going to say Colombia, but no, Peru. Okay, so, cool, Rod. Nice that you could join us again, yeah? Nice to speak with you again. Okay, Marina, do you use Japanese products?
Yes, I do. I have a Japanese camera.
Yeah.
and others products, PlayStation, that is from Sony, and other products in my house are Japanese.
And why did you buy these products? Yeah. So what made you choose these products? Was it you chose them deliberately or what?
As Peter told, cameras are from Japan. I think all the cameras.
There's not much.
Or the best cameras are Japanese.
And what about the PlayStation?
PlayStation, it was not my choice. It was my daughter's choice, but she likes very much PlayStation.
Okay.
She prefers PlayStation to Xbox or other products.
Okay, so you're saying that with the PlayStation, there was no choice because basically the PlayStation's a unique thing of
yes,
Japanese
it's the best.
Okay, so what do you say, Igor? Yeah, so are you loyal, maybe to if you were to buy a camera, if you were to buy a laptop, if you were to buy a games console, would you choose Japanese products?
I would Fujitsu. It's whose product?
I guess it's Japanese. Yeah, it sounds Japanese.
So I bought Fujitsu, but I read on on it that it's made in Germany. Fujitsu.
Wow. Okay.
Made in Germany, not
had a
in China.
Siemens and Fujitsu, but I think the corporation is not existing anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, Siemens, Fujitsu Siemens right now.
Yes, Fujitsu Siemens, but here it's written on him Fujitsu on it. Fujitsu without Siemens.
Made in Germany. So
yes, made in Germany.
Products made in Germany. Best of both thing, I think. Yes.
But I loved in the past. Yes, loved.
Yep.
I loved, and now maybe I love Samsung products because it's very functional products, very good quality for the price, and very functional. How to say functional? So you, for your price, what you pay, you have more functions.
So yeah, it's good value. You can say yes. So it's good value, lots of functions. Yeah.
But that's Korean, isn't it?
Samsung is Korean. Yep.
Yes, and I say that I love Samsung, but on our brands I do not love. I do not have preference on our brands.
Okay.
Samsung.
So, and what makes you buy? Okay, you're saying you're not loyal. Yeah, you're not saying it's made in Japan. That means it's good. Yeah, or made in Germany. That means it's good. You basically you value each product based on the quality of that individual product. You don't care about the brands. Yeah.
And the functions.
Okay.
Yes.
So. Emad, what do you say to this?
I think the Japanese companies still have some power, but they lose the value of their products when they transfer their factories to China and other countries. For example, in medical field, we have devices named Honda. You may be surprised about that. The Honda company is a very big company in Japan. It have very robust, very high quality, very good products. For the last 10 years, I think it's been it's just like dying or something like that because products is very expensive. And if you came for the most popular devices like cameras, for example, actually it's not limited to Japanese. We have brand in Germany very famous. It's Garzes, if you heard about this. Garzes company is very powerful company. Garzes. Garzes.
Could you write this down, please?
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure about the writing because it's German company, but
Peter, have you heard of
very strong company, very strong company in producing cameras and lenses, and it's been fabricating lenses for NASA, yeah. Garzes, very big company, and but they can't compete the Japanese because Japanese have, let's say, factories in China, and China have products ability to lower the prices. So
So they can do it cheaper, so that you can't compete. Carl
Yeah, that
Zeiss,
breaks.
yes?
Yeah, that breaks the heart when you look for Toyota, for example, or another companies leaving the Japanese land and landing in other countries like China. The products always have defects, and that makes the case is very complicated.
Okay, yeah. So, but would you be loyal to a brand? Yeah. So I didn't understand completely, but what I understood is that you were saying also a lot of factories are being moved to places like China. But do you think, for example, if a product is made in Japan or made in Germany, that means, for example, it's better or worse? Yeah. So do you think, for example, it makes a difference if a product is made in one country over the other, or do you think that's just a marketing strategy?
I first trust the brand, and second consider the origin of the manufacturer. If it's been the same, let's say in high quality countries that have standards, that will add quality. But I care about the brand. First choice is the brand.
The brand.
Because they have standards. Yeah.
Yeah. So you'd look at the brand. You'd think about the reputation. Is it a good brand? Is it something you can trust?
Yeah.
Then you'd look at the where
first choice. Yeah, the first choice.
Okay, so Peter, yeah. So I heard "made in Germany." This trademark is very, very valuable. Yeah. So do you think it's?
Do you know the history behind that?
Tell us. Tell us.
It was actually invented by the British, made in Germany, to kind of what's the word for that? To say it's made in Germany, it's not good. And it actually changed altogether after a while.
Okay, so it
was pretty counterproductive for the British.
But if you think, Peter, yeah, we gave you this brand and now it's doing well, yeah. So maybe counterproductive is one way you could put it for it. Okay, so that's bad, yeah. So made in Germany, don't buy it, I guess, yeah, because of the war and stuff.
Yeah, because of that. It was actually invented by the British. I read that somewhere. To tell the British people, well, it was made in Britain, they are our enemies, don't buy it, in that sense.
Okay, and now it's changed, yeah? So now would you say, for example, how valuable to Germany is made in Germany, yeah? This mark, this brand, when you buy a product, as a German, do you want to buy a German product?
I think it still has a kind of name, but it's less, it's much less nowadays. And you have to keep in mind, for example, some well-known German brands were bought up by Chinese companies, for example. A very good example, AEG used to be a big company in Germany, well-known for fridges and all that stuff. It was bought up by a Chinese company 10, 20 years ago, and now they produce stereos and all that stuff under that brand. And many Germans, especially elderly people, still think it's made in Germany.
So they buy
it's made in China, and it's really cheap products. And you have to keep in mind, the original company never made stereos or things like that. They produce now everything, and it's really cheap stuff. No?
So it's changed, yeah. So, Sam, you've joined in. Sometimes it's just a sticker. Sometimes the product is Chinese, but with a made in Germany sticker. I've heard about this, yeah? So I've heard that some factories put, and sell them on the internet and stuff, yeah? Just usually made in Japan, made in Germany, just maybe to get more money or to increase reputation and stuff. Sam, what have you ever seen this, yeah? Or do you know about a case where this happened?
Yes, it happened with me once, in fact. I bought something which it's supposed to be made in Germany, and when I opened the product, well, it was written in like digged in the product itself, like in the factory, made in China.
Okay, yeah, so on the product it says, and why do you think they need to do this? Yeah, so these companies, why do they want to say made in Japan or made in Germany? Does it really? Do we notice it? Yeah. So do we actually care where our products are made as long as they're good?
Yes, I don't think it's the companies which do this, because I think it's more about the merchants or the importers.
Okay. But does it make a difference to you when you're buying where the product is made?
Well, for this sticker you might pay double the price.
Okay, so you're saying people do, yeah? So people say, because for me, loads of products are made in China. I don't so give a monkeys, yeah, where the products are produced as long as they're good, yeah. So, Abdul, what do you say? Do you care where the products are manufactured?
To some extent, yeah, I do care.
And does it make a difference, for example, if a product is made, I don't know, in Japan compared with China or Korea compared with Japan? Yeah. So does it make a difference, do you think?
Exactly. I mean, it's not fair if you compare Japan with China. I mean, China is, it's totally, like nothing compared to Japan,
But I think it depends really if that brand is owned by, for example, a German or Japanese company, because they have generally more money to invest in research, in quality control. If it's if that brand is owned by a Chinese company, they might invest less in research and in the quality of the product. I think that's the key point, really.
But do you think, for example, some Japanese or German companies exploit this, yeah, and think, right, okay, we've got this brand, we don't need to invest in research because, people are going to buy it and people are going to give us a huge profit? Or do you think that's about the ethic?
Well, I think the thinking behind that is especially German and Japanese companies move their production to China because workforce is much cheaper. But that doesn't also mean the quality goes down, because they still have German or Japanese standards applied to the product.
Yeah, ultimately they have competitors. They have to invest in research to retain their share and stuff. Okay, so we also have Egina in the chat. Can you hear us? Egina. Okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And where are you from?
I'm from the Philippines.
Perfect, great. Okay, good that you joined us here. Did you follow what we were talking about? Did you manage to listen by any chance?
A little bit.
No worries. Okay, so
Japanese company.
So we're talking about Japanese products and particular countries' products, and if this influences us when we decide to buy products, and if the companies, for example, use this as some strategy. But ultimately, we're reading the article I'm just about to send you. So I'll send you this now, and you can open this. So I'll continue to talk with the others, and hopefully you can catch up somewhere. Okay, so no worries. What would you say back to the right-hand side? What do you say, Yosra? Do you have any more comments?
Actually, I'm working in one of the Japanese companies in Egypt, the cars. Okay, called Mitsubishi.
Yep, Mitsubishi. And so you are loyal. Would you say you are loyal?
I think it depends on the brand, and it depends also on the kind of items you are going to buy. If you are going to buy a car or very long time product, so I think you will go to something made in Japan or made in Germany. But if you will talk about something...
Apart from Toyota, yeah? So Toyota had some problems a couple of years ago, yeah? Did you hear? I don't know if it was just in the UK, but did you have this? Igor, did you hear? Sorry.
In the US, they had a problem that something with when you press, how to say, to brake, to stop car. What is this?
Yeah, the brake. Yeah, so the brake didn't work. There was a fault.
Yes, you press brake and something happens and brake didn't work. So many cars they take to how to say, to repair this problem.
Yeah, they recalled the cars because basically people were not braking and dying and things like that and getting into accidents.
And in US, Japanese cars after that problem was not so popular. People looking that they thinking that something wrong with Lexus, Toyota.
So Yosfa, did you experience difficulties after this, or was it not in Egypt? Trying to sell because before maybe it was easier convincing. Okay, Japanese equates to quality. Yeah. So you in this industry, was there difficulty with marketing things like that? Yeah, trying to maybe get the brand image back, not because of your brand, but because of a competitor's brand that also happened to be Japanese, but cocked it up a bit. Yeah. So did you experience difficulty, Yosra?
No, I didn't, but maybe it has something like a high price.
Yeah. So what, as in Toyota, yeah? So it had the high price. Okay, so this is the thing, yeah? So when a story like this, for example, happens, Igor, do you think this can damage other companies not competing? For example, Peter, if there's a problem with one German company, do you think this will affect other German companies because people don't trust maybe made in Germany, even if it wasn't every company, just one incident?
In some way, yes, because some people, when they speak about some products, for example, they speak where it was made, in Germany. So when you know that that product made in Germany, when you hear that something happens with another product, you associate. For example, if you will hear that something have wrong Mercedes, you will think that's an BMW. In some way, yes, but the association, how to say, correlation,
the association,
straight correlation, I don't see here, but some correlation I see.
So it's not like, for example, you hear about Toyota and think, don't buy a Japanese car. You think, okay, that was Toyota's problem. Or, for example, if there was a problem, I don't know, in Germany with, I don't know, yeah, and Mercedes, you wouldn't think, okay, German products are bad. You wouldn't make that association. But okay, does anyone else have an opinion on this?
One opinion. But if it will happen again with another products, another companies, for example, Toyota, after that Mitsubishi, after that another company from Japan, then people will think that all made in Japan is junk. No, how to say? Bad things.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's not the quality.
Can you
not there.
say something? I have a Toyota car.
Yeah.
And 2 years ago, I had to take the car to the problem because of there was the problem of the accelerator of.
Yep. The accelerator. Yeah. So it's something to do
with
pedal
brake.
Yeah?
But it was free. It was free. I took the car and to the car
the garage, the
repair.
Garage.
Yes, to the Toyota service. Yes, to the Toyota service, and I repaired it free.
So in that case,
yes.
In that case, yeah, then this is how companies can, because of course some things go wrong out of people's control. Yeah, you can't just say, okay, there was a problem in the production of Toyota, that means Toyota is a bad company. Of course, things go wrong. Yeah, you can't. So it's how companies react. In that case, you're saying you had a good experience. So would this mean, for example, you would now buy other Japanese products because you think, okay, well, even if it goes wrong, they're going to take care of me. Yeah, so the service levels are good. Yeah.
Yes, the service was good. No, I really prefer Volkswagen. I had two Volkswagen cars in my life, but it is very expensive. So I preferred to buy Toyota because it was in Italy. I don't know in other countries, but in Italy it is less expensive.
So
I never think to buy Fiat.
I just want to say that.
Never.
You should be loyal to your country. Buy Fiat.
Come on,
I have never had. No. The
this is an opportunity to sell. Come on.
No, the quality is very bad.
Okay, so you're saying, and this is the thing. So you're saying the quality of Fiat's bad. What about the Made in Italy brand? Yeah, what do you say, Marina? Yeah, so. Does this brand exist? Like, for example, in the UK, we don't really have a Made in Britain badge because we don't manufacture much.
Italy, but in Italy there are clothes.
That's the point. Yes, the fashion.
Yes, especially clothes. But the problem is, you can produce the clothes in other countries and then take to Italy, put a little thread, a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I like sewing, so I know the problem.
Yeah.
And then you can put the made in Italy.
Okay, so it's a way of
only for a little sewing, a little.
Because technically they did do it in Italy, just not the whole thing. Yeah, so they're being very, very economical with the truth. Those who were in a previous session, I used this expression. That's an example where you can use this. They're being economical with the truth. They're not lying because part of it was made in Italy, but they're being very careful with the words they use. Yeah, so
sometimes it actually says assembled in.
No. It is enough to make a little sewing to write made in Italy. I think it's the same for the PC, the TV. I think it's the same. You can assemble everything in a country and then take it in Japan, in Germany, and so on, and say made in Germany. Or made in Japan.
I've heard this in the UK as well. This happens because there's nothing's made in the UK effectively, but people think, oh yeah, it's made in Britain. I mean, the British people, they're thinking, oh, that's cool, that's unique, let's buy it, yeah? Especially if the price is not different. But it's a similar thing to this, yeah? They do something like maybe put the screws on, and they say assembled or manufactured, yeah, in the UK. So I've heard of this.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing for machine sewing machine. Sorry, sewing machine. I like sewing machine.
Sewing machine, yeah.
Sewing.
Okay.
Yes. I like Pfaff. That is German, but now it is not made in Germany.
I think it's actually it's owned by a Chinese company now.
Yes, I think so. Singer too. It's the same problem.
Yeah.
Sam put also in the chat box Jaguar Range Rover. Not actually made in the UK, Sam. Yeah, so I think they're made in. I think an Indian company bought this or something. Yeah, so Tata, I'm sure something like that. Yeah, especially Range Rover, but not manufactured in the UK. What we do manufacture though in Sunderland is Nissan. Yeah, so we have a Nissan factory, but that's Japanese product.
Martin.
Yep.
Glaxomed is in Britain.
Which company?
Glaxomed.
Could you write this down?
Okay.
Glaxo.
Write it down, then I'll check. I've never heard of it actually.
I think
I've heard that name. Is that a chemical company?
Glaxo. Oh wow, I've never heard of it. Wow. Okay, let's have a look.
It's
maybe because you live in Germany, Martin.
That's the thing. You have too used to hearing Mercedes.
You don't even know about Speaker's Corner. That's so bad.
Oh. The thing is, though, I think when you come from a country, you don't notice so much things, especially if they're not famous. Yeah, so Glaxo is not in the same league as Toyota, yeah, or Mercedes. But what actually is it? Yes, can someone explain?
I'm not sure.
Glaxo, they make teeth brush. How to say? What?
It's not an interesting company, is it? Yeah.
GlaxoSmithKline is a global healthcare company that is committed to helping people to blah blah blah.
That's nice, yeah, but it's not like Mercedes, is it? Yeah, so,
it's medicine companies.
It's a great company that is in Italy too.
Okay.
But I think that Glaxo is going away from Italy. I think.
Okay, so it's not.
I'm not sure.
Okay, so it's not famous and stuff. Okay, so yeah, I didn't hear about this. Abdul, did you hear about this? Make me feel worse. Go on.
No, I didn't hear about that.
Good. Okay, so no, I mean not good. You shouldn't know about our British companies. But Emad, did you hear?
No.
Okay, so it's basically it's a pharmacy company or something, yeah. So
yeah.
Like
they produce toothpaste and medical stuff and.
Yes, what is the name of toothpaste? The brand? Who can
Colgate.
remember?
We have Colgate, Aquafresh. I don't know if these are.
No. This is.
We have a company.
Sensodyne. Yeah. Whoa, Martin. Sensodyne. What can you say about Sensodyne?
It's all right. By Colgate. Yeah. So yeah, it's Sensodyne. It's basically a sensitive toothpaste.
No.
And it's.
I mean, you like a British, yes, person, as a British person who live there, I don't know, you born there. Can you say something good about Sensodyne, or you don't know about this?
I don't buy Sensodyne. I know of it, but it's not something I think. Okay, that's great. It's made in the UK. Yeah. Usually we'd use Colgate and brands like this. Yeah. But Sensodyne, older people use it with sensitive teeth. Yeah. If they, for example, have problems, yeah, it's got this association with ice cream. Eating ice cream, you've got sensitive teeth. Then you would use Sensodyne, yeah, because it's for sensitive teeth or something like that. But usually we'd use Colgate. But a brand that we do have is Unilever, and this makes a lot of things like tooth. So that's one brand that we do have that is famous. But Glaxomed, never heard of it. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. But okay, so for example, would you ever buy a product, Peter, because it said made in Great Britain?
Depends. Some clothing, perhaps. Pullovers or so from the Shetlands or from don't know.
Yeah, so Scottish wool and things like that, yeah? So and maybe whiskey, Scottish whiskey and things like that. But apart from that, it's mainly Scottish things, I would say, yeah? So yeah, it's mainly Scottish things. I don't know if we have anything in the south or in actually England that would be
Fudge from Britain is quite popular. Even Prince Charles's cookies are very popular.
Dutchie's Originals.
I've seen them here. I actually bought them here in Bremen.
Dutchie's Originals.
Dutchie of something, yeah, with some ginger stuff in it.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah, so
very expensive.
It's like is it an acorn on the biscuit or something? Yeah, there's some.
Yeah, there was some symbol on that biscuit. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, but generally we're not a manufacturing country. We don't make anything. In fact, we don't produce much. In fact,
but
what
you
would
produce the cookies, hopefully. Hopefully
yeah,
the cookies are not made in,
but they're
in
expensive.
China. So.
Yeah. They're expensive, so that's where we make them. I think we make expensive things, yeah? So I don't know, well, we used to make expensive cars like Aston Martin, Jaguar and things like that, but now we've sold these companies, I think.
Rolls-Royce?
Rolls-Royce is made in the UK. Yeah, it's still made in the UK. The engines are made in the UK for planes and things. Now the main company, they make engines for planes, like Boeings and things, yeah? So Rolls-Royce is still in the UK.
I think even the Mini is not British anymore, no? I think it belongs to BMW now, no?
Yeah, you took it, Peter. You took our humble Mini.
Yeah, the little Mini.
It's okay, you can have
and
it.
I don't even like BMW.
So you can have it,
yeah? Mini was produced in Cowley, near Oxford once,
but
many years ago.
BMW bought it. In fact, most of the original products that were made in the UK have been sold now, I'd say. There's very few... British products that are actually made in the UK. We design a lot, though. For example, Dyson, yeah? So, in fact, Dyson, if you've heard of this brand, I think it still is manufactured in the UK. No, it's not. It's designed in the UK, it says. Designed in the UK, made in China. So we try and sell the engineering, the designing stage in the UK, but it's manufactured in other countries, I think, yeah? So,
I think you have more service products nowadays in Britain, no?
Now
like
it's...
Virgin service industry.
I think 80% of our economy is services, yeah. So services and banking and things like that, yeah. So
exactly, yeah, that's right.
Not real things, not things you can touch. But Abdul, how does it compare with America? Is there a manufacturing industry in America?
Yeah, I mean, as far as the automobiles are concerned, so we have like few big companies like Ford, GM. And actually, I mean, let me mention you that, like right now, currently we have brand new company, in California, and they started making cars, electric cars. The name of the company is Tesla. Did you ever heard about that?
I think I heard about that.
I've heard, it rings a bell, but I'm not familiar.
I think it's actually quite new, no?
Yeah, it's a
came
new
about
company.
Last year or so?
Exactly, yeah.
2 years ago or so.
Yeah, and they, they start making deliveries last July 2012. I think they start delivering their cars, and Yeah, so this is, the new addition, in our manufacturing sector.
You've got things like Hummer, of course, yes. You've got Hummer, you've got the big things.
Yeah.
But do you think, for example, America wants to have a manufacturing economy? The UK doesn't, because we can't compete, yeah? So we can't compete with Germany for quality, we can't compete with China for price, yeah? So UK just doesn't want this. But what about America? What do you think?
The thing is, like, as far as the China is concerned, so yeah, this is true that, I mean, we cannot compete with China in the price competition, but I mean, let me mention that, like, maybe not now, but in the future, I mean, we are building pressure on the China, to play by the rule. I mean, do not manipulate, the currency, and play by the rule, like here, in United States, the facilities we provide for our labor force, the China don't have that facilities. That's why the labor is cheap over there.
So it's artificially cheap, yeah? It's cheap because basically they're not treated well, yeah?
Exactly. And China is right now in the stages of, like, developing. It's not a developed country. So I mean, they are heading towards that level, where they have to provide, all those facilities, to their labor force. So definitely the cost will go up. But plus also, I mean, the countries like UK and US, Canada, France, Germany should try to keep pressure on the China, to play by the rule, I mean, don't. And also, like, some of the made in China, products are not safe, and
okay, yeah, so you're saying it's different because it's relatively new in the game, so to say, yeah. Then yes, of course. But would it be difficult to expect, for example, China, which is growing a lot, to do exactly the same as, for example, in America, yeah, which has probably had more experience, so to say, yeah, as a developed economy?
Currently, like, I mean, I can tell you a few events from the past, like this administration, the current administration of the president, they took some steps, to balance the market, like the practical, let me tell you the practical steps, like, the tire industry. They put like double and triple tax on
tire industry.
Chinese tires.
Tires, yeah, tire, as in car tires, yeah.
Yeah, the tires we put in our cars and trucks,
Yep.
Yeah, so the made in China, on made in China brand, America put double and triple tax. So that way they can balance, the market, so that way the made in US tires can compete with the Chinese tires in the market. So they so now if somebody wants to buy a made in China, tires, so they have to pay double triple tax on the tires. But if somebody go to buy made in US tires, so I mean they have to just pay a regular tax.
So we can control in our countries, yeah, the product. But do you think
prices are the same or not on tires, China, if you compare in US?
Yeah, like I said, they put more tax on Chinese tires compared to here we make in the home. So like we can balance the market, if let's say if UK wants to support their manufacturing sectors, so they should drop down the corporate tax and other taxes on the manufacturing industry, so that's why they should encourage made in UK. And if they want to discourage made in China, so they should put double and triple taxation on made in China stuffs,
Okay, but do you think, for example, China, and this next question, is China a threat? Because, for example, at the moment, yeah, they're producing goods cheaper, but they're also being very well educated as well, yeah, they're getting good education, and eventually they're going to start producing their own goods at really high quality and at a really low price compared with maybe German products or Japanese products. So I'll go back to Yosra. Do you see, for example, a country like China as a potential threat to Japanese products, German products, and things like that in the future with their increased, because they are studying a lot, yeah, and they're getting good education, and they're also still cheap, yeah. So do you see this as a threat, Yusra?
A threat for Japan or for?
For maybe the brands made in Japan, made in Germany, yeah, this kinds of things.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. And I think the other countries need to think seriously how to reduce their costs to compete with China products.
Okay. So it can't always be expensive, yeah? You're saying Japanese products cannot always be at the same price. They have to reduce the price, yeah? So to be able to compete. Yeah?
That's it.
Okay, that's cool. What do you say, Peter, to this? Or Sam, sorry. I would say to Sam, because I haven't spoken to Sam for a bit. Okay, what were you saying, Sam? So in the chat box, GMC started to produce tiny cars. Yeah, and that's the thing, yeah? So basically, for example, if you have a company which is known for one thing and then you change completely to another thing, maybe you lose your reputation as a result. You said if you want to buy toothpicks, choose Chinese for sure. Okay, explain, Sam.
Oh, well, because toothpicks, I don't know, I can make my own. Just give me a big wood and a knife, I will make toothpicks from my own. But for example, I wouldn't buy, if I see, of course, Japanese toothpicks with double the price or triple the price, I wouldn't buy it for sure. There is nothing that makes Japanese toothpicks better. But of course, you won't see it because what makes Japanese products expensive is the high wages for the workers, for the Japanese workers or engineers, for example, because the lifestyle there is expensive. But the Chinese factories, well, they have workers that live in the factory for $100 per month. That's what makes the Chinese products cheap.
But it doesn't mean, for example, that the quality is not there, because, for example, in China there's over 1 billion people competing for these jobs, which means the companies can get the best workers out of China. People have to work hard to try to compete with each other, and also they're cheaper. Yeah, so this is maybe the big threat. What I see is that basically there's so much competition for the jobs, which means people are trying to be the best, be the best. Loads of people prepared to work for less money. And yeah, these companies could emerge. I'm not sure. Yeah. So what do you say, Sam?
Yes, of course. In the future, you can see some high-quality Chinese products, and they will compete very strong against the Japanese. And well, maybe they will be greedy and just raise their price to gain extra profits.
Yeah. So it could be that. Yes. So in that case, the Chinese companies get more expensive, and actually we can compete. Peter, what do you say to this?
Well, first of all, in the end, it comes down to the consumer, what he wants or she wants. Yeah. Because, for example, in Germany, many Germans want everything cheap. Yeah. And if you want to have it cheap, you have to keep in mind you also get cheap quality generally. No? Yeah. And so China, I think the current government said they want to bring down pollution. Because last year or 2 years ago we had quite some scandals in the EU with Chinese products. There were poisonous stuff in toys for children, for example. No? So at the moment the quality is really not as good as the quality of Japanese products or from other big brands. No? So they should really improve their quality mainly. And they still have an advantage over other countries because the workforce is still cheaper, no?
Because of the competition, yeah? There's loads of people wanting jobs and stuff. Yeah. Okay, and that's the thing, yeah? So will it get more competitive in the future? Marina, what would you say, yeah? So do you see, what do you think about China from what you hear, from what you see, and the future?
It's difficult to know what it will happen, but I think that Chinese products can have more quality in the future.
So you think they'll increase the quality, yeah?
Yes, I think so. Because the quality now is very low. Not in every product, but the clothes, Chinese clothes, perhaps. Now, for instance, are not very good. And so the Chinese products like other kinds of products, not clothes, are not very good now.
Yeah.
So I think China will improve these products to be of best quality.
Okay, yes, it's interesting. We'll see.
I have an opinion.
Okay, go for it.
I think that products will improve of China, definitely. I don't know in how many years, because I'm not expert. I should analyze this market of their products. But why I think that? Because many years ago, products made in Japan was bad quality, and people said about products made in Japan that they're junk, they're, I don't know how to say, bad quality. Yeah. And now we can see that made in Japan is very good quality products. So we can think that maybe it will be the same like in
yeah, because ultimately everyone's got to start from somewhere. You can't start as automatically the company with the best reputation in the world. Yeah. So, okay. And what do you say back to this, Yosra? Yeah. So, what is it like working for a Japanese company? Because we hear about theories like I don't know, Kaizen. Yeah, always got to improve and things like that. So, is it different, for example, Yosra, working for a Japanese company in comparison with an Egyptian company or any other international company? Yosra.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, what's it like working for? And also we have Mimo. I'll come back to you in a minute. Yosra, what's it like working for a Japanese company?
Martin, I don't get your question.
Okay, as in, is it different working like the management style? Yeah, so the way it's done, the business is run. Is it different in a Japanese company, the one you work for, or compared with, I don't know, if you worked for an American company or for an Egyptian company?
Business culture.
The business culture, yeah. So what's it like at the office?
Okay, most of the management members are Egyptians, except one or two. Okay, and they are more practical than the Egyptian ones. They don't care about I don't know how to say it, but they are more practical than the Egyptians.
Okay, when's it practical? I've heard they have this, like Japanese have this Kaizen, yeah. So never, always improve, always improve, always improve, always improve. Never stop improving. Do you have to do this at your company, or is it? Do you think it's adapted a little bit? Yeah. So because I can imagine it being really stressful. Yeah. So you can never be rewarded. You always have to improve. Yeah.
Yes, but it's very good. Yani, at the same time, it's good because it's something pushing you and gives you more energy to search and to work more. So I agree with this concept. But on the other hand, the Egyptians doesn't believe so much in this culture.
Yeah. So it can be difficult, yeah? So when the cultures are different. Mimo, sorry, I missed you out. What did you want to say to this, Mimo?
Well, I want to say that Chinese, they do not care about reputation. I mean, that's why their products are not they're with bad quality and counterfeited. Yeah, so, and sometimes it can be so dangerous if we talk about toys, you know. Yes.
So they're saying because maybe the companies haven't got a reputation, they're not focusing so much on quality because they think, well, actually, it doesn't matter. I can close my factory and start something else. Yeah, maybe they haven't got the heritage that the Japanese and maybe German companies have.
Another brand to launch. They will launch another, or will launch 3 brands simultaneously.
Because ultimately, there's demand for it. Yeah, it's cheap. Yeah, so they can make something else cheaper, maybe.
About getting money, you know. That's it.
So it's about getting short-term money, yeah, not about maybe the heritage, maybe like Mercedes has, or yeah, Mitsubishi has. Okay, so Emad, do you have an opinion?
Okay, I think the Chinese company have a good future because they are planning on the future and working on it. And it's more than enough to have a good future if they are planning or working on strategy. Of course, we'll see some rubbish companies, small companies that is going to lose the competition because they are not following the quality of the product or something like that, or just cheating or making a copy of the original brands. But the Chinese companies have a wide variety of, let's say, quality products, and some of them are really competing the European and the Western products. Yeah. If it comes to the local company, in every country, let's say in Syria, we used to have very great competition between Chinese products and the local made products. But the quality of the local products still have, let's say, more trust, and they have, let's say, in some cases they have art, more art and craft more than the Chinese one, because the Chinese made to be, let's say, in average, to be acceptable for wide variety of people. While it's not always suitable for German, for example, they have different standards than
the local market. Yes, it doesn't always adapt. Okay, so yeah, that's an interesting point. Abdul, do you have anything else to say before we go?
No, not really.
Okay, yeah. So we've also got Igor Victor, who's just joined. It's quite confusing because we've got Igor and Igor. Yeah. So Igor Victor, I'll call you. Nice to speak with you. Where are you from?
I'm from Russia.
Cool. Which part?
Southern part.
Southern part. Nice. Okay. So good to meet you. We've almost run out of time in this session, but I hope you can join the next one. We were talking about well, we looked at an article first of all, but then the conversation went a bit, and we're basically talking about countries' brands and Japanese brands and things like this. But quick question, yeah, Igor, do you like a particular brand because it comes from a particular country? For example, would you buy a Mitsubishi because it's Japanese, for example?
From Japanese? Different cars, Honda, Mazda, and others.
Okay, so these are different brands, but would you buy a product because of the country it's produced in, yeah? So do you think, for example, Japanese products are different from Chinese products or German products or British products, yeah? So, or do you just look at the brand? Do you just look at the brand?
Do I what?
No worries. Okay, so I was just saying, in this discussion, we're talking about our associations, what we think of products made in certain countries, like reputation.
Okay, about what countries?
For example, Japan, yeah? So Japanese products.
Okay, Mazda, Honda, Toyota, Suzuki, Isuzu.
Okay, yeah, these are some brands from these countries. But do you like these brands? Yeah? Do you associate them, for example, we were saying, okay, these Japanese products are usually high quality, yeah? So do you think so?
I think so only about cars, because we don't have Japanese products in our country, because we don't have a trading documents between our countries.
Okay, yeah. So
after second the World War.
Okay, likewise, for example, you could say German products. Yeah, for example, would you think a Mercedes BMW is good because it's made in Germany, Or do you think that's not important? Yeah, that was the essence of what we're talking about. Yeah.
I don't like BMW. It's very very many eat gasoline.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yes, it's very consuming. Okay, so that's what we were talking about. But guys, we've run out of time. I've got another session straight after. It'd be great if some of you can join. It's a slightly different session, yeah, so it's not going to be so much of a debate as such, but great to speak with you guys and hopefully speak to you in the future, okay?
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Cheers.